Morning, everybody. It's 9:03. We are slightly late to the game this morning, but we are here. And I know that Jen is going to be joining us any second now. I also know that she is outside this morning, which I'm very jealous about. And immediately it made me want to go out. But fortunately, I'd had a really, really good walk this morning before the session today. So yes, I'm inside, but I think next week I'm going to go outside. Right, Jennifer is here. So let's bring her in for today's healing session. I'm really excited about this. I really need it. And I think a lot of other people are going to need it as well. I've spoken to a lot of clients and a lot of people this week who have had a bit of a weird week. I felt like my head was like cut off then. I'll move back a bit so people can see
Hi,
where I actually tap.
hi, Tree.
Oh, hi, Tree. Oh, Jen, honestly. It gives me all the vibes. I'm
Oh,
loving it. As if that's your back garden as well. What a beautiful tree.
I live in a mansion.
Do you? Can I come?
Yeah,
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we can now. We can now. Hooray. I can come and sit in the tree with you. Um, how are you today, love?
I'm really good. Yeah,
Good.
I'm
Good.
ready to facilitate you because
I know.
your week.
I am really excited. I was just saying that I think this week has been a bit up and down for a lot of people that I've been speaking to. There's been some turbulent energy flying about. So yeah, it'd be really good to kind of like have a think about what's been going on and see what's been going on for everybody else that joins us this morning. Yeah, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been very strong. The energies
Mm,
suddenly. Like when a flower, when it just suddenly kind of gets that burst of opening, and there's been a lot of polarization. So like,
mm,
you'll kind of be really like connecting with someone and then you'll hear like an ambulance in the
yeah.
it's like there's this extreme kind of beauty, and then there's this, there's going to be a lot, and I think for a lot of people um that will be listening to this and watching back, they'll have had a real intense week with every
Mm,
changes that's happened.
mm. Because although like it's really positive, all the change, we've been talking about confidence a lot this month, and although the change is all really positive, it also is quite, it means that we've all got to kind of drop the fear of like going back out again, and how do we go and connect with people face to face again. There might be some people that are going to find that much more difficult than others.
Yeah,
um, and it's about like learning to be patient with people if they're still not feeling it. There might be some people that don't really want to kind of go out still at the moment. So it's kind of accepting that everybody's going to be in different places at the moment as well.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
um, but yeah, so
So
morning, Anthony. I hope you're well. Please pop in the comments if there's anything you would like to tap on today, or anything that's coming up for you. But yeah, good morning. Okay, I'm
so
ready, Jen.
yeah, tell me tell me what's going on with your week, and we'll see where it takes us.
Okay, so for me personally, I've actually had I've been quite unwell actually, and I've been suffering with a really bad cold and an infection to the point where they've put me on antibiotics. And I don't tend to take a lot of medication, so it's been quite a turbulent week for me. Like physically, I've found myself being really exhausted.
Mm,
Um, and kind of what we just touched on a minute ago, which was that even though everything's moved, like coming back to life a little bit, which is amazing, there is also that part of me that I feel like, I need to take gradual steps towards that, especially because I'm feeling unwell.
yeah.
Um,
Welcome,
so,
Charlotte.
oh, morning. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to kind of look at, is how we can use tapping to kind of help ourselves when we're not feeling at our best physically.
Mm.
Like when I don't feel at my best physically, so how can I use tapping to kind of help with that?
Yeah, let's
Or
do some.
what's underneath it?
Yeah, well, let's see. We'll explore.
Okay.
So, tapping on your karate chop, and yeah, so let's just tap on you being ill and see what happens.
Okay. And
So,
if, like, the people that are with us now, if there's anything that's coming up for you while you're kind of joining us with the tapping, so if you just kind of tap along with us, and if there's anything that comes up, just write it in the comments and we can include it within the tapping today.
yeah. So just taking a deep breath as we're tapping, just to begin, just bringing us into our hearts. So
Even though
I was ill this week,
I was ill this week
and I ended up having to take antibiotics,
and I ended up having to take antibiotics,
I deeply and completely
I deeply and completely
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
And I know
And I know
that I am loved unconditionally.
that I am loved unconditionally.
How does that all feel? Does that feel true?
Yeah, yeah, I do. But I think when you're unwell, you kind of you forget that, don't you? You forget how to look after yourself when you're poorly. And I think there's that sense of urgency in the modern world where you feel like having a day off is like a complete sin. And I think I found that really difficult this week.
Yeah. Yeah, so having a day off
Mm,
fits in. Yeah.
yeah,
So
even though
part of me feels
our feels
like having a day off is a complete sin,
like having a day off is a complete sin.
and this feels really appropriate for the female collective again. That's
Mm,
so I think this will totally resonate with all the women and men.
mm.
So even though I have all this,
Even though I have all of this,
I deeply and completely
I deeply and completely
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
And I know
And I know
that I am loved unconditionally.
that I am loved unconditionally.
So let's tap on top of our heads.
Shah says it really resonates with her.
Yeah.
Which part of it, Shah, resonates with you? Is there a specific part, or is there anything else coming up for you? Just let us know.
Yeah. So I think that having a day off is a sin is so that is so broad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tapping on your inner eyebrow. Having a day off is a sin.
Having a day off is a sin.
Tapping on your temple. Part of me feels this is true.
Part of me feels that this was true.
Tapping under your eye. And I acknowledge this part of myself.
And I acknowledge this part of myself.
Under your nose. Can't have a day off.
I can't have a day off.
Under your mouth. Even though this is actually really important.
Even though it's actually really important.
So tapping on your collarbone. Needing rest.
I need rest.
So tapping under your arm. Having a day off is a sin.
Having a day off is a sin.
So the top of the head. And I've been ill all week.
And I've been ill all week.
Tapping on your inner eyebrow. My body made me have a day off.
My body made me have a day off.
Tapping on your temple. I acknowledge all of this.
I acknowledge all of this.
Releasing this energy.
Releasing this energy. In the comments, someone's put taking the whole day off for myself, and I think that's it, isn't it, as well? It's that whole, it just being about what you need, not about what anybody else needs. It's taking that day off for yourself.
Yeah.
It comes like riddled with guilt, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this guilt.
This guilt.
Under your mouth. All this guilt.
All this guilt.
Collarbone. Having a day off.
Having a day off.
Tapping under your arm. Part of me doesn't want to.
Part of me doesn't want to.
Forehead.
There's almost like a, sorry, Jan, there's almost like, it's almost like a sadness that we're so conditioned to believe that that is like, I feel like it's a really deep conditioning for me to not take that time off.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, like taking a day off school and I wouldn't be bothered, you know, I'd be quite happy to wrap myself up in a duvet and not give two hoots. But like now as an adult, it's almost like, you know, if you're not working, you've got housework. If you're not doing housework, then you've got people to make sure that they're okay. And it's like, you know, how do you justify doing nothing?
Yeah. 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 So let's bring in, so the inner child. So this will be your inner child, and also anyone that's really resonating with this. So the inner child.
The inner child.
Tapping on your temple. And the collective energy that you'll be tuning into as well, Charlie.
Yeah.
So your energy, it'll be collective.
Yeah, this is a collective energy.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I think anybody that's joins us today or watches this on replay will feel this.
Yeah.
And I can feel it from people who are with us now. I can feel that it's there.
And actually, disconnecting from work, important for work, which is mad, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But true. Yeah.
Mm.
So tapping under your nose. And when I went up into the mountains, because I had no signal whatsoever, and I realized how just having your phone, you know, it's we're tuning in with each other. So
yeah, you're still not switched off, are you? Well, you've got your phone with you, you're not actually switched off. And it's finding that way to unplug, guilt-free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
So unplugging.
Unplugging. Oh, that sent a little rush through my body when I said that.
Yeah. Making way for our heart energy, for our soul.
Making way for our heart energy and our soul.
So we can connect from our overflow. That quote's coming again.
Mm, yeah,
Overflow.
so that we can connect from our overflow. It's that like nurturing piece, isn't it? Again, it's how we, and like almost self-nurturing, like how we can nurture others, but how do we nurture ourselves, and why is that important?
Yeah.
Oh, how's everybody feeling? Just write in the comments. Antoinette, morning. I hope that you're well.
That was a big piece, that there was a lot of energy moving there,
Mm,
a lot of it moving through, the body.
mm,
Active feeling of, just needing to be working. I say working, but it's that kind of needing to be available all the time.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, why do we put this pressure on ourselves? Is it because that's what we should be doing, or is that because we want to do that? They're two very different things. If you want to do that, then that's fine. But when you're unwell or when you need a day off, it's okay. Give yourself that permission to take the day off. I mean, I know I've had 2 days off this week where I've literally not done anything.
Yeah.
And I've then, yesterday, I've gone back to work and I actually felt like energized and like I wasn't doing things on autopilot and I wasn't kind of just going mindlessly from one task to the next. I was kind of being really intentional. And I
Yeah.
thought, okay, that's because I switched off.
And you're more effective and
Yeah.
authentic and, doing it from a place where you love it, which
Mm,
it's not, it's not, as you said about conditioning, it's not in our conditioning. Work
mm,
is a struggle. It's meant to be, you're meant to just, but we're
mm,
paving a new kind of way of working
mm, mm.
where you're looking after you and then giving from that overflow.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a nice place to end. Well, I hope that anybody that's joined us today's benefited from that. And me and Jen are both on Instagram, and we also have our websites live. And Jen has her crowdfunding, so please head over to her page to have a look at that and check it out. It's so important to rest and be the best version of ourselves, but definitely feel the pressure to always be moving forward. Thanks for the tapping. That's our absolute pleasure. It's so true, like that push to be always progressing and
Yeah.
future pacing constantly. And actually that's really exhausting sometimes. And just to live in that present moment
It won't be
is
not efficient either.
yeah, you won't be doing your best work. So yeah, it's really important to kind of take that pressure off yourself as well to always be moving forward. Shah, I think your name's Shah, but I don't honestly know because that's just the start of your Instagram name. But yeah, it's just taking that pressure off yourself and kind of learning to live in the present. And what practices, I mean, tapping's amazing, I think, for bringing yourself into the present moment. And
Yeah.
tapping is something that we can all just access whenever we want. But it's what works for you. And taking that time off and practicing self-care is just so important.
Well, yeah.
um
On that note, Charlie, let's go and have a lovely Saturday.
I'm excited. I'm actually going to meet up with friends today, so I'm buzzing about that. That'd be nice, and it's lovely and sunny here, and yeah,
We're going to be doing this every Saturday morning, but it might be at 10 or it might be.
yes. I
But
feel like this is
that,
almost not everybody gets up at the crack of dawn like I do and you do, Jan. So I was thinking maybe like 10 o'clock might be more, you know, well, I was about to say more better. That's
from that, yeah.
terrible English. It might be, you know, a better time for everybody. I hope everybody has a lovely Saturday and yeah,
Being
just
with
yeah, have fun, whatever you're doing.
Bye
Take
everyone.
care. Thanks, Jen.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.